don't you go into the kitchen and
why
get
don't you get your?
something to eat?
She said, why don't you go? Like the nigga can get up the walk. Why don't you go into the kitchen and
He
get
said, Christina's gone.
Oh, your little slut didn't want to pay her, so she packed her things
And
a
some
couple
of yours and
She
left.
left.
Just like a little tramp.
Oh, y'all remember that movie? That's when.
Name that movie. Name that movie.
Cinema was at its finest. Black cinema was at a peak.
Man.
A rise.
Man.
Again. Because when she put that man in that tub, I told that nigga to stop blowing
those bubbles.
And he was paralyzed from the damn neck down. You know how, but you know what that nigga did? He drug her out that house.
Yeah.
Drug her out that house. Ambushed her after a night on the town. So he deserved that. He deserved
wholeheartedly.
He deserved
At
that.
not one point in that movie did I feel bad for him. At not one point.
Because the reason he was in that situation in the first fucking place was because he was dealing with niggas he didn't have no business dealing with. So, yeah, you're right. No sympathy from me, Charles.
Mm-hmm.
You got what you
Oh,
deserve.
you talking about that man who look mean all the time.
He got the raspy voice. I can't do it. I can't do the impression, but he got the raspy voice. Yeah. But welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Black Bougie and Bout It, where we give you what we say, real, raw, and rich conversation.
I like that.
We're gonna try to make that work, y'all.
We really
rock with us.
triple R rated.
Look, coming to a theater near you. But yeah,
what's been going on this week?
Oh, well, I had my family reunion.
How was that?
It was cool.
Family reunion. What y'all ate?
Hot dogs, hamburgers, ribs, coleslaw, baked beans, the regular. But it was really good because I didn't realize because the pandemic really breezed on by.
Yeah.
So it had been 3 to 4 years since I had seen some of my family. Aww. And it was I ain't gonna lie, it was bittersweet because I love seeing my family, but it also was the first time without my grandmother. So it was very bittersweet.
Yeah, I understand that.
And then, my grandmother ended up being on our family reunion t-shirt, but my mom and I didn't know. So it kind of caught us off guard a little bit because it was they were here y'all shirts go. And then I'm like, is that grandma on the shirt? And it was okay, I was appreciative, obviously, but it was just it kind of catch you off guard when you look at a shirt and then you see somebody, But other than that, I really enjoy.
I understand how that feels. I'm not gonna lie, holidays and just anytime my family get together, it still feels like something missing without. I mean, now, I've lost 2 of my grandmothers, but it still feels weird without them. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but it was real fun. Shout out to the Wins,
All right.
Shout out to all y'all. We're supposed to be going to New Orleans next year. And you know how I feel about New Orleans, baby.
What did she drink?
I'm about to be down there. Y'all can get it. I'm about to get it next year. So hopefully monkeypox don't take us out, y'all.
God damn.
And we make it to the New Orleans family reunion next year because I'm ready. Can we
do any damn thing?
I don't know. This is a lot. I just feel
it is a lot.
We're still dealing with COVID. COVID cases are literally going up as we speak. And then
this is a new variant too.
Omicron 2.335.
Yeah.
I don't know. And now monkeypox, the World Health Organization has declared it a thing.
Yeah.
This is something we really need
for me, it feels a little more contagious than COVID because you can get it from touching surfaces or something that if they had
even clothing,
just bed sheets, all kind of stuff. So that's insane. Y'all stay safe.
I've been wearing my mask. I've been washing my hands.
I'm about to say,
and
all the things,
bleaching everything. Even when we were traveling, the hotels we stayed in, I literally brought my own Clorox spray and paper towels and antibacterial bed spray, like everything to clean everything before we
because they don't be doing it.
Yeah, I even sprayed the shower down. Like I understand now why Naomi Campbell does what she does every time she get on the plane, like because it seems like now every day is some new shit that we about to fucking die from.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie, my mama was doing stuff like that way before a pandemic. She always been funny acting, and now I really do get it. Not that I wasn't too, I'm funny acting, but if you don't know, I'm funny acting. Fun fact about everything, but okay. But yeah, it's nasty out here.
Yeah, and then have y'all seen the videos of like the people? It's almost like they got leprosy. Like it's open lesions just over your skin, and then I heard the side effects and some of the stuff. Like it's a lot. So y'all just stay safe. Like make smart decisions. Bathe. Use a rag and bathe. Okay, with soap and hot water. Not no cold water. Hot water. Scrub your skin.
I need to put you a cap full of something. Clorox, Mr. Clean.
Wash your clothes. I'm wearing the same drawers 11 times.
Yeah, I need to put
stop switching them inside out.
Might need to do that.
Get rid of them drawers you had 5 years. Yeah. Amazon got packs. 6-7 drawers for $20 or something.
Wash it and then wash it again.
Yeah, because it's a lot. It's a lot. But what about you? How you been? We were talking about you working out and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Miss Fit. Miss Health.
Let's get physical. Miss Health girl. It's a ongoing
it's a process.
It's a process. I haven't skipped a day since I started. So
let's get that up. Let's give it up for the R&B. We work out queen.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. At this point, I do enjoy going, but I do have to like pep talk myself into doing it because he's working us out very hard. So, but I like it. I need it, and if more than anything, I just want to feel good about myself. I want my body to feel good, and I do feel like that. So
that's good.
Shout out to me.
That's all that matters. So let's go ahead and dive into this week's episode. Yeah. We're going to kind of start light because the other topics are kind of, deep in there. So we're going to just start off real lighthearted, real funny. So I saw a thread on Twitter, well, actually on Instagram from Twitter, about basically how did the family do Terry wrong in soul food?
Yes.
And there were like 10 points. And I'm going to read them and we're going to talk about each point because I think once you break this shit down and you really think, because before when you first watch soul food, you kind of be like, Terry a bitch. Like you kind of be like, damn Terry, like why you don't fuck with your family like that for real? And then when you sit there, you had somebody had to break it down line by line for us to be like, Terry really was the backbone of the family. Like she was the one.
She definitely was the glue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The glue definitely was keeping all the shit together and keeping everything from being in shambles. So it said 1, the whole family roast her the entire movie for being smart and successful, including Big Mama. Everyone puts Maxine on a pedestal when she doesn't do anything but talk down on her sister or start arguments. Pure jealousy.
I agree. Let's unpack that. Why the fuck is you stealing your sister man?
Oh, that's on here too. That's point 2. That's point 2. So let's combine that. Point 2. Maxine not only took her man, but married him and started a family with him. She has to be reminded of her snake shit every time they link. That's her sister, y'all.
People who be dating their siblings' exes, why y'all do that?
That's a little too close to heart.
That's very close.
That's like almost like, I don't know, like, because what do you gain out of that? Out of like your brother or your sister or whoever left over. It's like, that made me feel like you was plotting on them the whole time. And now I'm looking at you like,
now we ain't related no more.
We supposed to be blood.
Yeah.
We supposed to be blood.
No, now we ain't blood no more.
And that's why they say blood ain't thicker than water, y'all. I'm just saying.
So, number 3, the family not only consistently borrows money from Terry, it's expected. I had to read it like that because it's in all caps.
It's in all caps.
It's expected of her whenever they need bread, like for Bird's wedding, the beauty shop, and Big Mama's medical bills. Broke ass niggas.
Let's unpack this.
No, now I ain't gonna lie. Terry in the movie, I think because we conditioned. Let's unpack that. I think because we're conditioned and think it's your family, you should be helping them. You should be doing this. I think that's why initially when we all see the movie, we think, damn, why Terry won't just give him the money? She a spoiled ass bitch.
Yeah,
but like. Terry don't have to.
And if the family ain't trying to help themselves, it's like, why should you help them?
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing for somebody to be like, okay, they've been working at this for a little while, and maybe they need a little push or a little help.
Right,
a little something to help them get on their feet.
Yeah.
But Bird's wedding ain't have nothing to do with Terry.
Now,
Bird didn't have to go and get married. It wasn't no, like, expedite. They could have took their ass to the courthouse, got their marriage license, and kept it pushing. That's not her responsibility to pay for her wedding.
I don't. Now, if anything, I can see her helping Big Mama because that's her mom.
Yeah, that's medical bills. Yeah,
I can see her helping Big Mama because that's her mama. But all the rest of them niggas,
the beauty shop, and the weddings,
and she got Liam out of jail.
That's on him. That's on
all
him.
of that shit.
That's on him.
Y'all have been some fucked up niggas fucking around with me.
So far, Terry did the right thing in calling her cousin to beat up Liam.
As she should.
Any good sibling would have done the same thing with a person berating their sister like that and throwing shit like he was attacking her. Look at her. She was scared as fuck.
Now y'all can't see the picture, but she was scared as fuck. She was. I remember that part.
I was scared too.
Yeah.
But I mean, we all do that. We all be like, I'm gonna call my uncle, I'm gonna call my cousin, I'm gonna call my brother. If it's a nigga acting crazy, we all say that, and that's the right thing to do.
Do you think that Bird was wrong for getting the guy, her ex-boyfriend, to get Liam a job?
Almost. They have been in Why Did I Get Married too?
So did. Yeah,
I've had mixed feelings about it because and I'm gonna compare it to the this video I've been seeing kind of circulating about where the guy or the girl had wanted to go to dinner with her best friend, and the guy had told her like he had lost his job or something and he was down bad. It was from the Black Love series on, and it was like a clip that I saw.
Yeah, and she like zelled him the money or something.
Yeah, while they were at dinner, she zelled him the money real quick, you know, and to still empower him so that he could pay for the food and not be like a broke ass nigga while he was at dinner. To me, I don't necessarily see the difference in, like, you know, her zelling him the money while at dinner and me using my connection, however it may be, to help try to get you ahead. Now, I don't think you should tell the niggas about it, but if it's like some niggas, I mean, you might have dated way back when and y'all are just cool and it ain't on no snake shit. Yeah. And if it's like, I know this is a job that my partner really wants, or I really could get them in the door, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think she had good intentions. I mean, because she, you know, was doing good. She had her shop and everything that Terry paid for. But, you know, and he was having a hard time. Totally get that. She want him to have a win because he was like, you know, sad and everything. But I think in that instance, I think that's when you had to know your man. Your man, you gotta know your man, and the nigga that she asks for help is actively like pursuing her. Like he want her back. He don't give a fuck about her relationship. Yeah. So I think she did go about it the wrong way. And then, you know, she accepted the bracelet. I would never have accepted the bracelet. She was
definitely walking a fucking
ass. And then she know he the kind of nigga that was gonna like hold it over his head. And which he did. So I don't.
Situation, I agree.
And she should have. I definitely see why he was mad, but you don't put your hands on nobody.
Oh no, you definitely don't.
So that's how I feel about that.
5. You want to read this one?
Yeah. Terry didn't support Miles's dreams, which is bad, but he took some of her money to fund it without even fucking asking. Yeah. Now I think. With her,
that's what I believe in. When you get married, you need to have 3 accounts. You have the household account that takes care of shit like the mortgage, the light bill, you know, the electric bill, the cable bill, whatever. Then I believe he should have his own account, his own money that he go bust at the golf course, get away the golf course, go, you know, whatever, do it, and you have your own account because a shit like this.
Yeah, I believe y'all should have some kind of joint and then, you know, separate But I think with him, wasn't he like successful at first and then he stopped doing that to pursue the dream?
Yeah, he was successful in something else other than music.
Yeah.
And then he said he wanted to start doing the music.
Yeah.
I think he was like a lawyer or something too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not cool to take nobody money.
It ain't cool to take nobody damn money.
I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your husband, your sister, your brother, your mama, your daddy. Don't steal. That's stealing.
And then it's like he knows, or he should know better than anybody, how much she pays, like how much financially, how much financial responsibility she has with everybody else in the family. So he should know, like, why would I do that?
Yeah, he wasn't no better than the rest of them. For sure. Number 6. The family basically dumped faith on her, a person they all knew was trouble, because they didn't want to get burdened or risk getting scammed.
Yeah, I agree. They knew she wouldn't. They knew she wouldn't.
That's why everybody was like, just go stay with her.
Yeah.
And we see how that ended up. 7.
Fuck the family. Sorry.
You can go ahead and read 7.
Faith fucked her husband in her house. Man, in her house, bro.
That's some wild shit. Like, you open your door up to somebody and you like giving them a place to stay. You down on your luck.
Yeah.
And then you go and fuck they man.
It's really the lack of respect for Terry throughout the whole movie. But for her husband to already have taken her money to fund the dream, and they didn't fell out about that. And I'm letting my cousin, who a damn bum, stay at my house, and then y'all getting your feelings and fuck.
At my house.
At my house.
At my house.
That's crazy.
At my home.
Then number 8, it says Terry was gonna sell Big Mama's house, not because she wanted to, but because she was tapped out on money, and nobody else wanted to fill in the cracks.
Nobody.
And then they block it so she can't, and they stay in debt. So selfish. It's totally selfish. Yeah.
Terry literally was the only one giving money. Like, didn't nobody ever say, I got $30 for the pot.
Nope.
I got here 10 on it. Nothing. They always, anytime money was involved, they just looked at Terry. Just looked at Terry. 9. You were talking about this earlier. Terry gets Lim out of jail. Despite the fact it was his fault, he went back. Nobody made him have that gun. There's no gratitude or thank you after the fact. Just scorn.
Yeah. He just comes sit down at the table and he pissed.
And once again, she done came and swooped in and saved the day, and ain't nobody grateful.
Child. And finally, at the end of the movie, they found a lump sum of money that Big Mama stashed away. So basically, Terry's mother was making her pay for everything in the family, despite the goddamn fact that she had the money on her own to pitch in all along. How dare this old ass lady?
That was some fucked up shit.
That ain't gonna lie, that's fucked up.
But that's always be a theme in black movies. And I'd be like, why the fuck is that the thing that there's this secret treasure or some shit that we gonna get, but somebody gotta die to receive it, but y'all know about it the whole time? Why couldn't you just tell me the location of the treasure ahead of time, and then maybe we wouldn't be this damn far into the hole in the first place?
Now, this stuff like this is why people just like totally distance themselves away from their family.
Exactly, because that was toxic
as fuck, and she deserves so much better.
She have no friends.
I hope in the movie verse that Terry is okay and she chilling on the island with all her money.
I hope somebody check on Terry.
You can lead grown folks to the water, but you can't make them drink.
That was just a hot mess because she literally was helping out at least 4 to 5 grown ass motherfuckers. Grown. Hey, kids of their own.
Grown. The only people she should have been helping in the movie was Miles, the little boy, and Big Mama.
Yep.
And I'd have been mad at Big Mama if I had known she had the damn money too.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah.
That was a lot. Very toxic. Anyways, speaking of toxic, we're gonna get into some of the raw conversation of the episode. Do you have, or do you think you have any negative personality traits that have hindered your friendships, relationships, or things of that nature? And then vice versa, like what toxic traits do you think you might be attracted to in other individuals?
Okay. I think some of my toxic traits are lack of communication, if I'm just being totally honest. I don't always tell people how I feel. and I'm not always like eager to speak up about how I feel either. And I have to work on like my delivery. I think that's why I don't always tell people how I feel, because if you ask me like right then, it's probably gonna come out mean. And so I be trying to like spare people's feelings, but if you force an answer out of me, it's probably gonna be mean. Then you're gonna be mad again. So it's like, what you want from me? Another toxic trait that I don't know if it's toxic is I'm really good with being alone. Like, I'm one of those people where I could be alone all day. I enjoy my own company. Like, I go to dinner, sit at a bar.
See, I
go to hookah.
It's not that I don't like being alone with the being in public. I be nervous. Like, I've had a dream twice now that somebody tried to snatch me. So, like, I be paranoid now. It's like, I don't want to go to the bar and sit by myself and then to be some crazy nigga in a corner thinking I'm drunk when I'm leaving. So now he followed me to the car. I don't know. I just got to get my gun and then maybe I feel a little bit better. I'm paranoid now. It's too much shit happening.
Oh, well, I bind that up over my life.
I mean, I bind it up over me too, but I don't know. Maybe I need to stop watching like that.
I mean, like, I was single for a long time. So I used to go do stuff by myself all the time. So now, it's kind of like that video we were talking about in the group chat earlier, where like I don't need somebody to go eat with me. Like, it's nice if somebody does, but at the end of the day, if a bitch want to drink and I'm hungry, I'm gonna go get a drink and eat my damn food. Yeah, I'm gonna sit at the bar. I'm gonna have hookah,
like, to go,
whatever. Like, I used to, even when we were in school, I would take my work and like eat my food and do my work by myself, or like whatever. Like, a lot of times you meet a lot of nice people just sitting at the bar. So
I hear that a lot. I'm gonna maybe one day we gonna see.
I think I can work on being more considerate, because I can be.
I agree.
I can be.
I agree.
I can be like self-centered, but it always is for like the better of things.
But I wouldn't even call you selfish though. I don't think it's selfish. When I think of like considerate, I would say like you could probably like be more like considerate, probably like in a way of like checking in on people, probably more. Yeah. That way. That's what I think. Yeah.
I can do that more. But I guess in terms of like relationships, I could like pay attention more, because sometimes what I'm noticing with my boyfriend is like things be slipping like my mind or whatever, whereas sometimes he be like really on it, and I'm the one who's not like.
And that's rare, because usually niggas don't remember shit.
Yeah,
I just had to.
But when they cut they remember everything.
Okay,
but yeah, I don't know. I guess that I don't know what else. I'm a Taurus, so I am very stubborn. I do like nice things, but like I like nice things.
I mean, that ain't a toxic trait.
I think to some people it can be like, you think you too good for whatever. It's just like, no.
I mean, we all have standards, and I think, if you work hard and can afford whatever you trying to get, then I say get what you get, do what you do.
I don't know.
I feel like people who like that are people who desire those things and can't get them.
Can't handle it. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I feel like mine is that I'm too dependent. I'm very too dependent on people, like codependent. I'm like very like, I thrive off of the energy of everybody else. So like if everybody around me is like hype and upbeat and all of that, like, okay, I'm hype and I'm upbeat. But if it's like nobody around me and there's nobody hype and upbeat, then I'm like, the world is ending and I hate everything and I want to go jump off the cliff.
And you definitely gotta break out of it.
I'm working on it, y'all.
Like I said, niggas is crazy.
Exactly. So I'm working on that. Like codependency, I would say, is a very toxic trait that I have. I think a lot of times I'm too nice, like in handling certain situations. Like there are times where I should probably just be like, fuck you, and like move on. Instead I'd be like, but they went through this and da da da.
That's not your problem.
And I try to be so understanding, but a lot of times I feel like a lot of people, they know that about you and they use that.
That's called manipulation
against you, because they know, they're like, oh, I know Omni gonna give me another chance so I can go do some fucked up shit, because she gon' believe whatever I say and trust what I say to give me another shot. So I would say that is another one. And then I can be mean too. Like, y'all haven't seen that on this podcast, but in real life, and Jessica knows, in real life, like if you catch me on the right day at the right time, I'm coming for you and your family. Like I'm not like I'm quick. I'm saying what the fuck I have to say, and I'm not apologizing. And I think a lot of times, and I've been told recently, like a lot of times I say stuff in the way what I mean when I say it is well, but the way I say it sometimes
the delivery
is very like rude and ruthless. And I don't be wanting to apologize for it afterwards because I'm like, hey, this is how I meant it, and I'm just gonna tell you. And if you my friend, you gonna have to rock with it. And sometimes you gotta learn how to read the room and learn how to, give people grace or not necessarily kick somebody while they down. So yeah, you might want to tell this person, you better than this, but sometimes you can say you better than this, better than get your fucking ass up and work or do some crazy, or some crazy ass. You can. Now
I would say I'm like that too, because sometimes I don't have a lot of sympathy for people, depending on what they telling me.
Yeah,
and it's not like ooh boo hoo, like I don't be going through shit too, but it's just like,
yeah,
come on now,
yeah.
Every time something happens, you can't be fucked up.
Yeah. And I'm learning that too, because I had somebody read me the other day, y'all. Like, just tell me basically how I have been a friend to them and how I got on their nerves sometimes, and how it seemed like I was always going through stuff. And I had to sit back and think. Like, at first I was mad. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if I'm being real, I was like on some like fuck you, like in my head shit. Like, cause when somebody try to tell you about yourself. And if it depends on who it is. But I'm saying when it's somebody close to you, like somebody you've been friends with for some years, who has seen you through some things, ups and downs, and that person kind of tell you about yourself, your first instinct is kind of like, it's hard to hear somebody, especially if you kind of in the back of your head know that they kind of right in a way. It's hard to hear somebody tell you about yourself. So at first I kind of was just like, man, nah. It's obvious, that you don't give a fuck about me. Like, you got all this pent up feeling. So it's like, well, if this how you feel, then whatever. And I had to take a step back, like, and think about, like, damn, maybe every time I do talk to that person, I am going through something. I ain't never talking to them about a positive thing or talking to them about something good that happened in my day. Yeah. So it's like a lot of times you got to do some self-reflecting, which I think that's the period I am in now, where it's just like I want to make sure that yes, fucked up things happen to me, and sometimes it ain't my fault, but sometimes it can be my fault. And accountability. Exactly. And I can be who I am sometimes, which is very stubborn. Again, y'all don't see this on this show, but not that I'm fake on the show, but I don't be mad when I come here. I be in pleasant spirits. But when motherfuckers make me mad, then I'll be mad. So, but anyway, I digress. I'm working on it. Because I want to have friends, and I want to be a good friend, and I want to, uplift people and inspire people, as well as I want to get that vice versa. So I don't never want anybody to be like, when I call them, be like, ooh, right. Because we all know that person who called us, and we like, I don't want to talk to them. I don't be talking to them no more. And I don't want to be that person. I do not want to be that person. Like, I consciously do not want to be that person. So, like, I really do want to work I have had friends like stuff. That. And I'm not friends with them no more. Yeah. But, and see, I don't want nobody to kick me to the curb. Let me tell you something. It is what it is. Oh Lord. It is what it is. It ain't no love lost. It's just like, for me, I'm good. Love and joy. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. And speaking of that, letting friends go. I was about to say, what toxic traits do you think you're attracted to? Oh, I think I like trauma people. Is that toxic? Like people who've been like a trauma bond? Yeah, I think I attract people who like subconscious, not like I intentionally seek out, but I just feel like I innately or have this way of like when I connect with people, I'm always connecting with people who have like been through like fucked up shit. When you heal, it'll go away. You know what I'm saying? When you heal, it'll but what go is away. Healing? Because there's certain shit that I feel like at one point I was really disturbed by. Like I probably couldn't even talk about it, but now I can like talk about it, and there's not a whole lot of like emotion there. So that's why I be like, what? Because I also feel like certain parts of you never heal. Like certain things you ain't never gonna get back. Like you always coping with. Yeah, like certain things, somebody takes something from you, it's always took. So I feel like, what is healed? Not saying that, like, okay, obviously, if you're just broken into 1,000 pieces and ain't, nothing.
I just think like the current space, like if you're saying like you're growing now or whatever, like once you get past whatever like level this is, or like as we get older and we mature or whatever, like maybe when you're not like how you are now, then you'll attract different things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like who you attracted as a teenager is not who you'll attract now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I guess I hope that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. I get it. You saying like basically once you get done with this current season of your life, then that next season you probably want to attract the same individuals that you are attracting. Yeah. Like you said, like the people I was attracting at 20 is not the folks I'm attracting at 25.
Right. So. But when people say you are who you attract, I think that it has a lot of truth to it, though. In a certain way, not everybody, but like I think a little bit it is like a mirror.
Yeah, certain aspects. I think
some folks. I'm attracted to like hyper masculinity. I like it. Okay.
I would love that, but again, when you attract trauma, then you get
right. I like hyper masculinity. I like people who have strong personalities, but at the same time, chill out.
Don't get not too much.
Yeah. Nah. Cause I ain't. But I like that too. I'm trying to think.
Another toxic trait. I'm trying to think of like probably. I mean, but I don't know if that's a toxic trait. I don't know if they can control having good peen or not.
Yeah, it's only if like they not. It's only if they not like doing other things. You know what I'm saying? But it can get in the way.
Yep.
I don't know.
I was gonna say I'm not, because I don't like liars. I don't like scammers and schemers and all of that. A lot of times I be attracted to creative people. That could be a toxic trait because creatives are some of the worst people to date. They're really creative males. Oh my gosh,
they do be like very sensitive as fuck.
Sensitive, very aloof.
And aloof is the fucking word. No,
it be very aloof. And if you don't know what aloof means, go look that shit up and you want to know exactly. I'm not going to give y'all the definition, but they be very and what is it? Nonchalant. Nonchalant. If you seen it,
I don't like people who like everything is a thing. Like every single situation is like 100 on 100. You know what I'm saying? Like everything they go through is like a big deal, or like it's just you missed the red light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or I don't like people like that, because then it starts to like trigger my anxiety, and now I have to be the one who looking at you like, because I'm not really gonna give you a whole lot to work with, because that's not my personality.
And it's not. I was telling somebody that the other day. I was like, Jessica, it's not gonna give you much. Not in a bad way. I was like, that's just her. Like that's just her.
If I don't like, if we not like close friends, or like my mama, daddy, and Lauren, and my boyfriend and them,
she gonna be like, I ain't got nothing for you.
I don't know what to tell you. I really don't.
Be best.
I'm be praying for you. Yeah.
God watches all.
Please.
God knows all.
Because get that together. All right, this next one says, is it possible to go through a rough patch in friendships? Hell yeah. How do you recover, and when do you let a friendship go? When, and is it possible to rekindle again in the future? Okay.
I wrote this question, or I came up with this.
This is a good question.
Because I'm currently going through this stage in life. Like I said, somebody read me the other day, one of my really close friends. And I'm just in a space right now where I'm like reevaluating like everything. You know how like when you get on and I don't know if this is because I'm like 25 and I'm not like necessarily in the space that I want to be in life. So it's just got me looking at life from everything, or probably also because I had like a major loss in my life. So it also has you looking at life and considering like where you're at and where you're going to be. Yeah. So, and we were just talking about how like basically we were going through or are in a rough patch where we just weren't seeing eye to eye. And every time we talked, it was a conflict. Every time we talked, it was, something was wrong, or it seemed like what they were doing wasn't enough. And I just think about, like, how do you move forward, from that after you have the conversation or after you get it out the way? Or do you move forward? Or is that like a, dang, we just maybe it's running its course?
Yeah.
Or is it like, okay, we've had the conversation and, I care about you still, you care about me. So let's move forward and try to, grow from this.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just that either y'all talk it out and decide, okay, like, I was wrong, whatever, like let's let bygones be bygones, kind of a thing. But if y'all get into conversations and you feel like disrespected, or if you feel like, you know what, I don't know how much more we can grow from this, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Have to let a friend go.
I have, like, in high school, I used to fall out with some of my friends all the time.
Yeah.
In high school, I used to fall out with people a lot. I had a really good, like, knack for, like, me meeting people, because I've never had a hard time, like, making friends or, like, meeting people in school. But I would meet people and then introduce them to my group of friends, and then they would become, like, really good friends, like, over there. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm not invited when we go places on the weekend or whatever.
That's the stuff that
yeah.
That's why I am very, because it happens so much, y'all. It happens so much.
Yeah.
And
apparently, I'm a matchmaker.
Apparently, me too.
But
no shade, no tea.
No shade. But it just seemed like that used to happen to me a lot. And then if I said something about it, then I'm being like the confrontational one. Like, I'm the one who's always got a problem or something. And so, like I like when I did go to college, I went to college with like 2 friends, and then I got to Alabama and had like no friends almost, because I had started over basically. And then going to college, you meet people and then y'all don't have class together anymore, so you don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, but in my adult life, I have had the same friends. Like, the people who I have now as my friends, unless I just, pick up a few people along the way here and there, they probably gonna be rocking with me a long time.
Yeah. Like I said, I want more friends, because I don't have a lot of friends. Jessica know this. I'm not like,
I want more too.
I'm a friendly person, but I am a very, 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 very protective person, and Jessica knows this. Like, I just don't trust a lot of people to come into my inner circle. Like, I ain't about to be drinking around a lot of people. I ain't about to be doing other things around a lot of people, because it's just like, I know what I'm, the trajectory I'm trying to be on and what we trying to do. And I feel like, a lot of people got alternative motives. Yeah. And they'll see you shining bright and want to come and try to take some of that. And I ain't really just, I try to protect that. So, but I do want more friends. So if you're interested in being my friend, like a genuine friendship, hit me up. But don't come in my DMs on a crazy shit, because you're going to get blocked. I'm just blocking niggas. Like, I ain't even going to have a conversation. You just going to try to send a message and it ain't going to go through.
What's one of the ways that the friendship has like expired?
Like you said, I think it's when it becomes like a threat to the physical. I feel like it don't. If I'm rocking with you and you rocking with me, we don't never need to be on some like. I ain't gonna never come to Jessica and be on some like, bitch, I'll beat your ass. Like, you better like. That's not our
type of time. Yeah.
Like, if we can't sit here as 2 grown ass women and be like, Jessica, this is what happened and this is how I feel, and Albany, this is how I feel, and this is how I. Then at that point, like, if I feel like I gotta be on some, I gotta beat your ass and we gonna fight this shit, like, fuck you, that's the time to end a friendship. Yeah. I feel like once you get to that level of like,
y'all ain't friends no more.
Y'all not friends, because I'm not gonna talk to my friends.
When the respect gone, y'all can't be friends no more. Yep. I think it's that. I think it's, like I said, I've experienced like a friend who always had something bad every time we talked or whatever. Like, it was stressful being her friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know. And I was just talking about this the other night with my friend Art. Some people have this like negative like thing about them. I don't know if people like see that, but like some people, it's something bad always happens to them. And like it's like negative energy or
like
something.
Like negativity.
It's some people who I used to be like, dang, I ain't never had this. Like I never experienced like these kind of things happening in my life.
Yeah,
and I don't think it's because of some like I'm protected or I'm better or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just like they attract like bad shit all the time.
And some folks just put themselves in situations like I think a lot of times. It's hard for people to say, you know what, I put myself in that dumbass situation.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't have no business doing that shit. But it's easier to be like, woe is me, and the world is against me and everything. And it's some shit where it should just like, when I took my ass to Memphis, I don't know if I ever told that story on this podcast, but I'm not going to go through it again. When I took my ass to Memphis that one time, crossed them state lines, and a nigga didn't have me a hotel room and everything else that I should have had. If you're inviting me somewhere, I should have never had my ass in Memphis.
Yeah,
never. So the results of my actions were the results of my actions. Now, should they have been to the extent that they were because I didn't know the full details of the situation? No,
right.
But I also know what I deserve, how I should be treated. So I should have never even put myself in that situation to begin with.
Never lower your standards.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, as far as like with men, because I know sometimes like we women, when you telling your friend about their relationships and stuff, that be some shaky water.
Let me tell you, that's my number one. That's the number one rule I have with all my female friends. I don't say shit about their relationship. I'm not about to tell you nothing about your nigga. Like like when I say that, I mean like I'm not about to sit up here with Jessica and be like, yeah, girl. I mean, shoot. If it was me, I mean, you should probably leave that nigga. Like he ain't work. Like I'm not gonna do that. That's not my place. Now, if she come to me and ask me a question about something, like how do you feel? I'll give my opinion. But the ones who be too no.
Yeah, and I had a friend who I felt like the way she approached me and. That's how they treated her. Like, I know it's like fun to like see people online talking about like, what they gonna get out of men and blah blah blah. But she would like approach men on that kind of time. And like honestly, I feel like she was dealing with a lot of men who had way more like sense than her. And so
ain't player.
You know what I'm saying? They would take advantage of her basically. And then when they got what they needed, they was through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it's like, oh, these niggas, they be. But it's like
some of us get got, and sometimes
you know what I'm saying. Like that's on you.
All niggas ain't fucked up. All niggas ain't sold you a dream. Sometimes you do get got. Like
you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like it's no like self-check. It's no accountability, and as long as you don't like take any responsibility, you're not going to change.
True.
Because you don't even think you're doing nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like. It's no growth there. And once I see stuff like that in people, then I can't be your friend no more. Because it's like, if it's two of y'all, I ain't finna be number 3.
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes you got to get somebody off the ship because they sinking it.
Everybody can't go.
Sometimes you wonder why your ship sinking. I said that backwards. Your ship sinking to begin with. And you get that motherfucker off and... you miraculously float again.
Do you think it's possible to rekindle friendships with people? Like, if y'all fell out like that, and you think you can
I think it could be if both parties, because it's a relationship. So if both parties, and you can grow. So maybe you went on and lived your life 5 years down the line, and your friend then went and lived their life, and they done been through different things and experienced different things. They done lost people, you done lost people, you done gained people, whatever. Right. I think that if two people are mature enough to come and sit down and be like, back when, whatever, I was wrong, and the other person is like, you know what, I also was wrong. Because I think that's why a lot of times people aren't able to rekindle stuff is because they want one side to take all the blame instead of pride. It takes two people to tango. So more than likely, if you and another person fell out, like as hard as this, and I'm talking to myself right now, you probably played a little part in whatever the hell happened. Like,
it ain't even a little.
Like, for instance, there was a situation that I was involved in. And I told somebody in a way where I thought I was trying to be cool about it. And I said, like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind. That wouldn't bother me. But deep down, It bothered the fuck out of me. But because I presented it that way, things then transpired and happened that I felt like probably shouldn't have happened. But I had to also take a step back and say, well, you did say, you know, even though you feel like even though you felt like that person wouldn't do that exactly, you still said you don't really care. So who can you really be mad at?
Yeah.
So sometimes you just gotta look at what part you play. But I definitely feel like you can rekindle a friendship if both parties are mature enough to come and like lay it all on the line, apologize for it, and then agree to move forward. Because that's another one. A lot of people say, okay, we friends again, but then as soon as some shit happens, see, that's why we fell out that one time, because you did that shit anyway. See, you ain't even fucking shit. You can't.
If you don't forgive people, you really gotta forgive them. You know what I'm saying?
And leave that shit in the past.
Even in relationships, because I don't like because I don't do this, so I can say it. I don't like when we done had an argument and I'm like, we passed it, and then you bring it up. Like, oh, that's what you're doing, like the other day when don't do that, because then if I bring up something, your feelings gonna be hurt.
Yeah.
That's my toxic trait, my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. Or if I ask you, like, say we having an issue and I ask you what's the issue, like, I'm giving you the space and the opportunity to tell me whatever's going on. This is in friendship, relationship, whatever. And then you don't say nothing. You say, oh, everything good. Then 3, 4, 5 days from now, you like, well, see, the other day, I'm gonna be mad as hell because no, I gave you the full space and opportunity.
Now, okay, one thing about that. And I had to release myself from that too. You can't tell people when they should feel comfortable to like express themselves to you.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Because just like you was okay with telling them, like, you know what, because you want to talk about it. You can't make them be ready to talk about it too. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't want to talk about it no more.
Ain't no goddamn talking gonna be going on.
Thank you. That's my only thing. It's like a lot of times, and I'm gonna use because I date men. For an example, the men I date, they wait to tell you when an issue is. It ain't like when the shit really happened. And I'm an energy reader, and I'm pretty accurate with this. When I'm around somebody, I can pretty much tell if something is off, you annoyed, something you irritated, whatever. So if I ask you what's going on,
what's good,
or is something happening, like what's going on? Or me, sometimes I know I done had a little attitude, so I know I probably got on your fucking nerves. But tell me. So that I can know when you be like, oh, I don't like when you act like that when you hungry. Just tell me you hungry or whatever. Like, but no, they wait 4, 5 days later on down the line when they real big mad and be like, see, that's why your ass was acting like that the other day at the restaurant. I don't like that shit. That's that shit out. And it's like, first of all, partner, where's all this pent up aggression coming from?
But that's them like not knowing how to communicate too, because that shouldn't be the way you tell them.
Exactly.
You know how people say you have to like fight fair or whatever. Like you have to fight fair even in your friendships, your relationships, whatever. But yeah, nah, I don't like when people bring up old shit. And then, like I said earlier, I'm not the one who always be wanting to talk all the time. So don't be giving me the space to talk. Like, it's something you want to say something. Ooh.
Do I? Don't tempt me with a good time.
I don't like that.
I don't like that. Don't shake the table unless you want to get shook.
And I just like affirm, like, I apologize. Or, you know what, my bad. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I just like for people to, like, acknowledge, like, I fucked up or whatever. Because a lot of times, I don't think I be mad just out of nowhere. Because I don't really get mad about stuff all the time because I'm so like nonchalant. A lot of stuff don't really be bothering me. So if I got annoyed, then you really got on my fucking nerves. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed,
So it's like, I just like for somebody to just give me a firm, like, I'm sorry, my bad. And we can move past it.
Yeah.
But I don't be liking for nobody to be sitting up in my face, like acting like we good, like texting me and sending me pictures and shit. But fuck them Instagrams. I don't give a fuck about them damn Instagram pictures. Hear me now. Don't send me shit.
You heard it here. Okay. Let's see. I feel like when we said toxic trait, it's kind of similar to weakness. let's talk about this. Unrealistic expectations. Have you ever expected more of someone and they let you down, or have you ever put unrealistic expectations on someone because of a past situation and been let down? Because I think we all have baggage.
Yeah,
and, admit that, like, we carry stuff from relationship to relationship, even though we try not to. You know, we try to be, grow and change and all that. There's still,
easier said than done.
Little increments that be left, or little residue left over from, left over from the last situation. And you find yourself maybe, acting the same way you did with so and so. So, what do you think? Or have you ever found yourself in a situation and checked yourself about it? Like,
I do think, like, okay, for example, I think rather, when I first got with my boyfriend, okay, I'm a hopeless romantic. So sometimes, I like grand gestures and I like things of that nature. I'm not talking about like expensive stuff yet, because we're not married yet, but eventually, because I like that. But
she acting like if you gave it to her now, she wouldn't be satisfied.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not holding you to it now. I'm not making that a requirement.
It's not an obligation.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I was expecting like things, and we never talked about it. So it's like, dang, how can I be expecting these things and you don't even know?
Yeah.
So I just have these like quiet expectations, and I haven't even told you. Like, for example, we talked about this on here before for like Valentine's Day. The first time we spent the Valentine's Day together, it wasn't like what I thought it was gonna be, because I thought he would make it special and like do all the things, blah blah blah. And
you wanted more romance.
Yeah. And what I had to realize is that sometimes men be stupid. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you literally have to put like 1 + 1 is 2 on the paper for men to understand, like, this what y'all want. This what I want you to do. You know what I'm saying?
Made me have an epiphany about somebody. I might have to make a phone call.
You know what I'm saying?
Because there was somebody I was like, damn, you stupid as fuck. But then I'm thinking about, like, he probably ain't never really met a bitch like me. And that's not to be tooting my own horn. But and like, just relating to what you said, it's like, how can I expect this person to act like this or do this if they don't know that's what I want?
They don't know that's what you want.
Or that's what I want
he might
try.
I mean, just like you said, he might not be used to dating people who require him to do stuff like that. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Some girls don't give a fuck about Valentine's Day or, gifts or whatever. So he might have been in a place where he just thought, oh, maybe girls just don't care about that. Or maybe his parents never made it a big deal. Yeah. See, for me, my dad always got me a Valentine's Day gift. I never went without nothing for Valentine's Day. My daddy got me something. He got my mother something. Yeah. So I thought that that's what we was doing. I thought that the men's had knew. Yeah. But what I forgot was a lot of these niggas ain't got no damn daddy. So who was going to teach them?
Or they do got a daddy and they don't got a mama.
True. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I guess sometimes and I'm not saying that like they ain't got no daddy. I don't mean that as shady as it sounded. Yeah.
I ain't got no daddy, so it happens.
But you know what I'm saying? I just had to like free myself from thinking people can read your mind. And so if it's something that I want, I just have to be straight up and say it. Yeah. So I mean, and then if they get it wrong, then they know. Now you know they don't care to get it right. Yeah. So I would say that
shows you who they are, but you can't expect them to do nothing that they don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have put unrealistic. This is my toxic trait. My toxic trait is I'm talking about Nope level. Have you seen the movie? I have Nope level unrealistic expectations. I don't know why. And it's probably a part of the trauma where it's just like when you've been done bad, so bad by like very, very people who have like, I guess, a very higher up hierarchy in your life. It's like the people who do come into your life, you put all the like what you wanted the other people to do on them, and that's not fair to.
It's not fair to them
because instead of them filling the shoes of their own shoes, they trying to fill their shoes. Yeah, that person's shoes, this person's shoes, and now you asking one person to fill the space of 4, 5, 6 different people. So I have I have definitely been let down because of this, and I am severely working on this because I don't think that's fair to myself, and I also don't think it's fair to the people around me because, you know, that's not their job. Their job is just to be themselves. Their job is not to mend this or fix this or fill the shoes of whoever.
Yeah.
So,
and then, you know, that TikTok sound when they be like, how would they know? How would they know? Like, how would they know that they need to even do that?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how they know you dealing with all this other shit?
Yeah.
And then, are you doing what you need to do? Because they got shit too.
True.
You might not, that's what I had to realize. I might not even be doing my part to make them feel happy. But in my mind, I want ponies and roses and lambs and billy goats and shit to come out. Like, that's what
not billy goats.
Billy goats. You know, alpacas.
Oh my
everything.
Goodness, not
like,
billy goats.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even doing my part, but I'm expecting all these things. So I definitely have to check myself on that.
This is check yourself season.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the name of this episode. Check yourself season because
hey,
we about to go. It's about to be fall again. It's about to be cold. I ain't trying to spend another holiday by myself.
Child, I feel like also I have had unrealistic expectations at jobs. I know we're talking about jobs on here a lot.
Let me tell you how I'm having very unrealistic expectations filling out these job applications, and I'm still gonna have them because I refuse to let y'all work me into the ground for some pennies on the dollar, and we about to be in a fucking recession.
Yeah, and these jobs are really good at selling you a dream. Oh, we're gonna do this, and you're gonna love it here, and this, and blah blah blah, and blah blah blah, and we can do all this good stuff, and blah blah blah. Like, but at the end of the day, a lot of these folks are full of shit.
Yes,
they don't care unless they get what they need.
Yeah,
they don't give a damn about you.
Yep.
And I have had to realize that, like, everybody isn't as considerate as me.
Yeah.
Like, everybody really don't have your best interest at heart.
Yeah.
And so, that's one.
Yeah, I definitely now when I'm looking at job applications and job anything, I'm looking at them benefits. Like, yeah, I hear all this about the company and da da da, but what is the shit you guaranteeing me? What is the shit I'm gonna definitely like? What's the sign on bonus? If I'm working from home, do you give me a stipend for my Wi-Fi? Do I get this? Do I get that? Like, because
at the end of the day, I really don't even be giving a fuck about the company.
I don't have to like y'all. I told that to my current people I work with. Hopefully, you know, nobody watches this. I told them that I don't got to like her. I don't have to. Like, but I don't respect you as my boss either. But that's because you don't do no work. And I told her that too. But I'm like, I don't have to like you. Like, I do owe you respect. Now, I will try to do that better. That's what I told them. I said, I try to do that better. But I ain't got to like you. We ain't gotta be friends.
But I think even that, like, the respect part of it, I mean, obviously you want to be respectful, but like the liking and like the all that, I think that's a control tactic, manipulation.
Very much.
Because we know how well we was working at.
Yeah.
And I think they use that just as manipulation.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you could be sitting in the office like, oh, why aren't you smiling? What's wrong with you today?
Yeah.
Like, girl, we got 8 projects due, and it's 4 of us that work here.
8 and 10 hours because you didn't work me into the ground.
You know what I'm saying? And really, it's
what time she say in that movie? I'm drinking coffee from a pot now. You want to touch?
She said, I work like a dog
day and night, drinking coffee from a pot. Nobody want to touch. That's how I feel.
I ain't lying.
Jesus, man. You talking about?
Man, you talking about crazy ass folks.
I used to cry. I used to literally, y'all, I told all this on this podcast before. I used to throw up from anxiety at work, and I did not know what the fuck was wrong with me. I thought it was my birth control. I had my doctor like prescribe me meds and everything. And as soon as I stopped working there, y'all, I stopped throwing up like that.
Child.
Ain't that crazy? Your
run.
body literally rejecting where you, y'all, look. Whew. Thank you for delivering. Sometimes you gotta be thankful for
now, there's some people I never rekindle nothing with.
Yeah, no, honestly. My mama that, like, my mama be like, you don't need to burn a bridge. And I be like,
them bridges.
Some bridges ain't meant to be walked back over. Like, because once people show you who they are, and once they started off doing you dirty, like, it wasn't, again, they started off doing you dirty, you just had to realize that they had started off doing you dirty. You ain't no coming back from that.
No.
Ain't no coming back from that.
Motherfuckers. Run away from them as fast as you can. I ain't lying.
Oh,
the Lord gonna have to work up. See, I think also my toxic trait is I don't forgive people easily. Like I hold grudges.
Yeah.
I don't, and that's also a toxic trait of mine. Not that it's like keeping me up at night or like but I'm plotting or nothing. You know. But if they was to see me, it ain't cool with me. It ain't. Oh, hey girl. It ain't gonna be none of that shit. If you was on fire, I wouldn't spit on you.
I'd be cordial. I'm gonna always be cordial.
That's not my.
I'm gonna always be cordial. I'm really cordial to the people that I literally can't stand. But that's just because I think that's just how I was like innately raised. My mom was like nice like that, so I'm nice like that. Unless you did some fucked up, like some real like.
But they did though.
They did.
And you're dead to me.
But that's probably why I don't even go to things that I know I'm gonna run into them because I
unfollowed them on our page.
I forgot we even look. Hey, I don't even be in the followers like that.
So it is what it is, and they might be blocked, reported as spam.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. No,
yeah, we
don't
think
they can do. No, because people think they can do whatever the fuck they want to do to you, and you supposed to be like, yeah, it's okay, I forgive you. You ain't gonna find no henpecked nigga over here. I don't forgive you, and it's on site. Nah.
I'm working on that.
I'm good.
Like I still want to have spirit of forgiveness.
I want to have
spirit of fuck them niggas and fuck them niggas. Yeah, I want forgiveness and fuck them niggas.
Yeah, we're moving on. Like I don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. But if somebody was to bring it up, I'm not gonna sugarcoat the truth.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with them niggas.
True.
So if I saw them, oh hey girl, you are dead to me. Get this stranger away from me. Security.
What is it? Get a wet wipe. I'm sure the bum try to touch me.
Yeah. Monkeypox out here, and I know you nasty hoes got it.
And on that note, we're gonna end the episode. Jesus Christ. Oh man, I think this was a good episode. I feel like we unpacked some things. We had some.
What they said on the reel? Coco.
We had some raw and rich conversation. We appreciate y'all. Like again, like I was just thinking about like how I remember how we had barely 100 followers last year.
Yeah,
and we're steady growing and steady getting followers and people steady, tuning in and subscribing and all that. And we are so appreciative. Like really,
yeah,
we are appreciative. I'm excited because I just looked at my calendar and I realized that we see Poor Minds like this weekend.
I know.
So I'm excited about that.
I was listening to them yesterday when I was on the way to the gym, and they did like a drop for Birmingham or whatever. So I'm so excited to see them.
Yes,
I can't wait for y'all to see our picture with them because we will be doing the meet and greet also.
Yes, I'm trying to I want my meet and greet just to be like the Chris Brown meet and greets. I hope I
can pick my ass up.
P. Okay. I just want to put my head on the booty.
I love her.
My head on the booty. Okay. But see, I ain't think like that. It ain't gonna never happen. I ain't gonna never.
I can't wait to hear Drea talk in person.
No, really though. I just can't wait. First off, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not into the women's, but I want to see how fat their asses really are.
Yes!
Because I see what it look like online. So I just want to see if the ass, I know it's fat, but I just want to see
if the ass and
that damn fat in person. Because I be seeing their tour outfits. So I'm just trying to see.
Yes. I love them.
I just want to see.
I love them. I love Drea.
Yeah.
I think it's because she's a tourist. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times I be agreeing with her on the show. I be like, yes.
I can see y'all tendencies of not giving a fuck. It's very, very high. Yeah. Not an inch of a fuck. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So again, thank y'all for tuning into this week's episode. Make sure y'all follow us down below. Mm-hmm. Make sure you follow me on my personal pages at The Real Abniayana on Instagram and at _Abniayana_ on Twitter.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Jessie _Monique MONIQUE, and that's 2 E's on Twitter. Don't forget, if you watch us or listen to us but make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Yes. If you listen to us on Apple Music Podcasts, comment, leave us a rating. Mm-hmm. All those things help us out. Make sure you tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody to listen to Black Bougie About It.
Yeah, and share us, post us. We see when y'all, listening to the episode and posting us, and so we appreciate all of that and all the comments and all the people who just been rocking with us. We appreciate y'all. And we will see y'all next week.
Period, baby. Not the Bankhead Bounce.
Beyonce drop Friday.
You won't break my soul. You want to break my soul.
I listened to the acapella version on the way over here, and I was like, these vocals.
The vocals.
These what the
break my soul.
Listen to the acapella. I just
I'm
need
telling everybody.
the grunts in her voice.
Everybody.
Good. I was like, yeah.
I love y'all acapella. Any damn thing.
See it that we all know. Can't break my soul. If you don't think it, you won't be it. That love ain't yours.